long way until November. We got more questions.
You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black.
Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Come on. Wake up!
Welcome to Male Reality Lessons, where topics are reviewed and discussed as iron sharpens iron. Greetings. On this episode, we want to talk about the impending election season that's just around the corner. It's an opportunity at this point, based on the way the economy is and how things have gone in this last 4 years, for a drastic change. As you can see, we have an invasion going on, economy through the roof, and no end in sight with regards to how we are practically educating our children or even raising them. But you don't have to believe me. We're going to take a look at some news clippings and have the conversation started, because it's truly a time for us, especially as black people, to wake the hell up.
You just watched Fox News, like this weekend, when they gushed over Donald Trump's new ploy for money, a limited edition series of gaudy gold $400 Trump sneakers. And like they always do on Fox, somebody said the quiet part out loud on what the big sneaker strategy is really all about.
Even the sneaker thing. I was on social media last night. Very interesting. As you see black support eroding from Joe Biden, this is connecting with black America because they love sneakers.
Right.
I love color. I love patterns. I like statement pieces, but I know that there is a time and a place for it. Unfortunately, more often than not, the loud, flashy statement sneakers aren't for the workplace. Now, of course, there are exceptions. You work in a sneaker store, you have a cool boss that's like, wear whatever. There's going to be exceptions to all of this.
They're into sneakers. They love this is a big deal, certainly in the inner city. So when you have Trump roll out his sneaker line, they're like, wait a minute, this is cool. He's reaching them on a level that defies and is above politics. The culture always trumps politics. And Trump understands culture like no politician I've ever seen.
If you're enjoying the video, please take a moment to like, share, and subscribe to Male Reality Lessons.
And they're ugly as hell. Angela Carasone watches a lot of Fox as the president and CEO of Media Matters for America, and he joins me now. $400 kicks? Gold? Are they really this cynical over there at Fox?
Yeah, and this same guy, about a year ago when Trump's mugshot came out, said that black people can, quote, relate to Donald Trump now, and that it was actually going to increase his black support because he had, quote, street cred. This is the same guy.
Yeah.
So in some way, this is not just a one-off. This is part of a pattern from him and Fox News more broadly.
The mugshot. Yeah, I guess that works for us too. We're used to seeing Fox do these types of things. We're used to seeing them demonize minorities and sort of play up the sort of racial angle on these things. It gets worse each time, though, seemingly. Their audience really sucks this stuff in and just sort of takes it and goes, yeah, this will work. Black people will now follow Donald Trump and because they'll get a pair of sneakers.
Yeah, it's weird because they tend to have it both ways. Most of the time, they're demonizing black people, right? So just a few weeks ago, they actually blamed the 737, the Boeing door that popped out. They blamed that on Boeing allowing too many black people to work on airplanes. That was not just one Fox News show. That was an entire day.
That's a damn shame.
of Fox News coverage. That was an argument that they made, and their audience completely consumed it. And that's a reflection of what they say to them every day. But then they have these one-offs where they actually get excited about the idea and this false narrative that somehow Trump is capturing, all sorts of people across the country, that it's not just limited to his MAGA support base.
So here's some racist narratives Fox passed along just off the top of my head. Birtherism, Obama phones, migrant caravans.
Really? Really?
Stealing jobs. They just had to apologize for a live broadcast showing the Guardian Angels roughing up a guy they said was a migrant who actually is from the Bronx. What'd I miss?
Most recently, it's claims that they are trying to secretly replace the national anthem. That's a big part of it, that they've been sort of...
Oh, it's because we sing
That's right.
the national black
and is
anthem.
part of a larger conspiracy to dilute white
Lift
power.
every voice and
That's
sing.
right. It is a huge problem, and they're really worried about this because they've heard it played a lot more regularly, and they think there's some conspiracy going on. They tie them into the sort of the larger white genocide, Great Replacement theory, and in sort of the Fox News world, they're actually the henchmen for the great powers, mostly Jewish people that are actually helping bring in all the immigrants. They're helping perpetuate this through their sports and their culture. So those are the two big ones more recently that you've missed at Fox.
Somehow it amazes me that people actually believe that, singing the national black anthem, Lift Every Voice and Sing, is threatening to white life here in America.
I will close with this. Over the years, we have heard from both sides, all their talking heads, whether it's Democrat, Republican, or even independent for that matter. But at this point, based off of the track record of one party, we can't continue to blindly just give up votes and get nothing in return. We continue to sit by after every election year and look in the proverbial trick-or-treat bag and come up with nothing but a rock. I think at this point it's time for a drastic change in trajectory. We should just ultimately put together a team, and I'm not talking about celebrities. Some of these scholars that are well-versed in economics and political and social climates, whether that be Dr. Claude Anderson or Dr. Thomas Sowell, someone of that caliber to be part of a committee and pitch our demands if our vote is going to be utilized for one party or the other. But nonetheless, it is definitely time for a change. Yet, I want to hear from you in the comment section. Tell me your thoughts. Obviously, every man has to make and woman has to make their own decision when going into that voter booth. And at this point, we need something different. As always, I'd like to thank you for watching. Please subscribe to Male Reality Lessons and have a good day.